everybody. Welcome to Catching Tales. I'm Hezru.
And I'm Lunmie.
How you doing, Lunmie?
I'm doing pretty good.
Nice. Have you ever gotten a song stuck in your head?
No, never. Never ever in my life.
Lies.
Yes,
I
I
do not believe.
have. Have you gotten songs stuck in your head? I know you have.
All the time.
Seeing
uh,
random ass tunes. I'll be like, what the hell?
yeah. That happens to me so much. Almost too much.
Amusing seeing you get annoyed with like having a song stuck in your head and then you don't know what it is.
Yeah.
And I can just see the sanity slowly draining from you.
Yeah. Like, it drives me insane. I if I get a song stuck in my head, which is way too often, I will sit there thinking about it. There's like stages to it. Let me explain.
Uh-huh.
So first the song just somehow makes it into your head, and it'll be a melody, and I'll be like doing something else, and then before I know it, I'm like, wait, this melody is like repeating in my head. And then
Mm-hmm.
the next stage is like, I'll be like, oh, what is this melody? I like it. And then the shock kind of, or not the shock, but like the realization.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh my god. Fall out of my chair. No, the realization settles in that I don't know what the song is. Okay. So that happens. Once that happens, insanity ensues. Because then at that point, I'm like, oh crap. Right? So what happens is I'll try to replay the song like consciously this time in my head. And I'll get like, like, well, I don't know if you know, but people who get songs stuck in their head, they know this. Sometimes it's not like a full melody of a song. It's literally like you're like, oh, these 5 notes of the melody, and I don't know what comes before it, and I don't know what comes after it.
Mm-hmm.
So then I'll consciously try to replay those 5 notes, trying to grasp at what possibly is before it and after it. Because if I can get that, I can get closer to identifying what's stuck in my head. Right. So there's that. Sometimes that works. And then I'm like, oh, okay, this song. Now I remember. When that doesn't work, that's just torture. Because now I'm like, I'm consciously thinking about it, and I can't think of any other notes in this song. I can't remember the name of this song. I can't even remember who sings this song. So at this point, you're kind of just shit out of luck. Like, what do you do? So you naturally you just bang your head against the wall until you figure it out.
Uh-huh. Yes, natural progression.
No, I will like go on a rampage trying to search. Like I'll like sing into Shazam. I'll like freaking go into my YouTube history. Like I will search everywhere to try and figure out like what the hell is stuck in my head.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah.
So
Yes.
we're talking about music today.
Oh yeah.
You went on the whole thing. You didn't mention what the topic today was.
Today we're talking about music.
Jumped right in.
You gotta love when our outlines are messy. Yeah, music. That's why I brought this all up, because I wanted to talk about music.
Yes.
So yeah. So wait, you're saying you don't get songs stuck in your head?
No, I do,
Oh,
but I don't think it bothers me nearly as much as it bothers you.
oh yeah. I become like an unproductive human being until I can figure out the the
You
song.
you just fall apart.
Yeah,
The
I,
power of music.
like I won't be able to like eat, sleep.
Oh my god.
I'm like I need to know what is this song.
I just remember that one time that I was just humming a song and you just like stared at me for a moment. And you're like, what is that song? And I feel like I knew it was bothering you, so I just kept humming it. And you
I
were like going crazy.
okay. If you ever want to know how to torture me, just hum songs around me, like kind of vaguely. Don't even like hum it very clearly, and then get it stuck in my head, and then don't tell me what song it is.
Oh my god. It
Yeah.
was I remember it was one of the world themes, I guess, in Final Fantasy X. It was one of those songs.
Oh, so rude. Why you torture me like that?
I was amusing.
Uh,
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like whenever I get a song stuck in my head and I don't want it stuck in my head,
yeah.
well, I guess there's difference between like having a song stuck in your head and you have no idea what it is versus a song stuck in your head and you know what it is.
Oh,
So, yeah, I think I would still want to find out what the song is that's stuck in my head
what
if I
was
don't know what it is.
right? I mean, curiosity just drives me insane, so I'll like have to figure it out. It's not just music; it's like anything where I'm like, I get curious about. If I don't find the answer to it, it'll just keep gnawing at my brain.
Yeah, like movie references.
Yeah.
Did you ever figure out that one? What the long, short one or whatever?
What?
You keep saying long, short.
Oh,
No, but like
I'm
you keep. Did you ever find where it's from? It's such a random like.
wait, I'm pretty sure. Okay, oh god, now you got me thinking about this. I'm pretty sure that's a Sesame Street reference, but I'm not quite sure.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
It's like one of those
Whatever.
segments where they're like, okay, so for context, sometimes I go like long, short, long, short, and so okay. I don't just say it out of nowhere. Sometimes it's like because you're talking about something long or something short, and then I say that, and I swear that's like a segment from Sesame Street or something where they're talking about like long things and short things, like long. I don't know if it was geometry or if it was like phonics or something, but they were trying to go back and forth, because like with little kids, a lot of things is about repetition, right? So they were like long, short, long, short. So they said that. I think it was Sesame Street. It might have been another kid show, but it got
Funny,
stuck.
random.
Yeah, it got stuck in my head, and so now I just like randomly make this reference that nobody knows, and I just sound insane.
It's like that. It's like literally a few days ago. You're making this random ass. You're singing the song from
Oh yeah,
Lion King.
yeah.
You just started singing it. I was like, "What the fuck are you singing?" I am like, "What? Did you make this up?
You know
Where is this
what's
from?"
you know what's funny was I wasn't even sure if it was an actual song. Like, so I just started singing it out of nowhere. It's a scene. I'm not gonna sing it because of copyright and whatever. But it's a song that crap. What's the character's name? The bird.
Zazu or something.
Zazu. Yeah, yeah. It's when Zazu's like caged, next to Scar, and he's like singing songs and stuff. So he starts off with this like very somber song, and I totally forgot. So I didn't consciously remember like, oh, this is Lion King song. I was just I just started singing this like out of nowhere. It just popped in my head, and I was like singing it. And you're like, you're like, what the hell? Like,
Yeah.
I think you were like, did you just make this up, or is this an actual song? And then my reaction was like, I was like, wait, is this an actual song, or am I just making up stuff? Turns out it is an actual song. I think the original song is actually from something else. I think Lion King is actually referencing something else,
Oh, probably.
like an older song. Yeah.
Hmm.
but I know it from Lion King, and I was singing it without knowing it was from Lion King, and then second guessing myself on if it was an actual song or not.
So silly.
But yes. I was gonna ask you, when a song gets stuck in your head. So usually a song getting stuck in my head is usually because I like it, or I just like the tune of it, or just I'm enjoying it in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I ever get a song stuck in my head where I'm like, oh god, I hate that this is stuck in my head.
Oh, I've definitely got a song stuck in my head that I don't like.
Oh, really? Okay. That's what I was going to ask, because I've always heard people say that, like because to me the negative is that I don't know what it is. That's what drives me insane. But I've heard people say, "Oh, I got this song stuck in my head," and it's the negative is for them is they don't enjoy this song being stuck in their head, even if they know what it is.
Yeah,
Okay, so you do experience that?
sometimes. Because sometimes a song is just catchy. Or, like, sometimes it could just be a random ass commercial jingle. For some reason, it gets stuck in your head. Like, it's very catchy, but it's like, it's not a great song.
But
Or not a song you want to have stuck in your head.
but if it's catchy, doesn't mean you're enjoying it.
No.
Okay, maybe I just have very low standards for enjoying music.
Plenty of songs that are catchy, like almost to like an objective level. Like it's universally catchy, but I'm just like, this is annoying. I don't want to hear it.
I don't know if I've ever, like, if it's annoying, I feel like I just it doesn't stick in my head though. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But yeah, I don't know. I assume getting songs stuck in your head is a universal problem that a lot of people
Yeah,
have.
sometimes I do get songs stuck in my head that I enjoy, anyways, and it's.
Yeah.
I guess in that sense, I wouldn't describe it as stuck in my head, right? Because usually, if something's stuck in your head, it's usually something you want to get out.
Yeah, I guess. I guess stuck has a somewhat negative connotation to it.
Or maybe it's just me. I don't know.
I don't know. Like, if a song is going on repeat in my head, I'm usually enjoying it.
Do you play music on repeat usually? Do you play like a single song on repeat?
Oh, yeah. All the time.
Really?
Do you not do that?
Very rarely. Only in specific situations. Usually, if I play a song on repeat, I'll get tired of it really fast.
I feel like the conclusion of this episode is just that I'm a psychopath. Like, we're just uncovering like how weird my brain is.
I mean, I don't know. There's probably other people like you.
Yeah, I mean, I listen. I'll listen to. Okay, I'll tell you a little secret. I actually have
That sounds so ominous.
I actually have a playlist on YouTube or yeah, on YouTube mostly. That I just call Looper. And I just I actually have two playlists. So I have a playlist called Looper, and then I have a playlist called Looper Archive. And I'll take a song out of my Looper archive, put it into my Looper playlist, and just play that on repeat on YouTube.
It's a single song.
Yeah, a single song.
Wow. You can actually do it on Spotify. You can just play a song on repeat.
Yeah, but there's ads and stuff, and I don't have Spotify Premium.
Oh, okay.
I think it starts playing ads after a while.
Yeah. I have very, very rare cases where I will repeat a song. The first thing that comes to mind is is related to writing. If I get into a certain mood, or I feel like there's a song that has a mood that fits perfectly for whatever I'm working on, and then I will put on repeat because that'll help me focus or stay in like the zone or the vibe or whatever. But otherwise, in general, I do not like. I want to have a playlist of at least 10 songs.
Interesting. Even when it's like you discover a new song, you're like, oh shit, this song is fire. You don't listen to it on repeat?
Really? Like I might listen to it multiple times over the course of like the day, but I don't just have it on repeat like constantly.
Huh. Because maybe this is just like my binging nature of things. Like when I've discovered a new song that I like, I will always listen to it on repeat for like the first 30 minutes or so of discovering the song.
Really? I don't know. I think I might listen to it, once because so once I discover it, that's the first time. I might listen to it a second time to like absorb it more. But yeah, I don't know. I probably wouldn't listen to it more than three times.
Huh. I love listening to it. So the first few times I listen to it, it's just pure like I'm just enjoying it, right? Like the first time, I'm like, oh, the song's amazing, right? The
Hmm.
discovery. The second time is like, okay, now that I know what it is, let me fully enjoy it, right? Without that surprise, let me enjoy this full song. And then like after that, the third and fourth times, I start like I started listening to it and I started paying attention to like stuff in the song.
Hmm.
I'll be like, oh shit, that beat drop there is cool, or that melody is cool, or that break is really cool. The bridge is very interesting. Like I'll just sit there. I'll just like sit there soaking in every aspect of the song.
I think what I also do is when I find a song I like, I don't know, do I listen on repeat? Maybe I do. Very rarely do I actually listen to it on repeat more than a couple times. But a lot, usually when I find a song that I like, um, the process is like, oh, I find a song I like. It kind of reminds me of whatever type of music or playlist that I have. It like fits in with some of the other songs that I'm listening to. So I add it into like a playlist that of like similar song or whatever I happen to be listening to.
Hmm,
I would say I tend to find new music like multiple songs at a time, I think, is what usually happens.
interesting. See, something you said that I feel like I struggle with is classifying my music into playlists. Cause
Oh, well, here's the thing is like yeah, that's difficult because most of the time the playlist that I go to anyways, just that is just called current for me, which is a hodgepodge of a million different genres all over the place. It's just what I happen to be listening to within like a couple of like a month or two period.
see, I have this problem too sometimes where I also have a playlist where I'm just like this is what I'm listening to currently, and it'll just be like a bunch of random stuff from different genres, different artists, right? Um, and sometimes I'm just like I'm in a mood for that, like recent songs I've discovered. But then sometimes I'm like specifically in a mood for a specific type of music, and that's when that playlist falls apart for me.
Yeah, I do make playlists based on moods. Like I totally do not care about genre. I listen to a song and it's like whatever mood it gives me, that's the playlist it goes in.
But like even within moods, I feel like there's so many intricacies because I could say like happy mood. But then even
Hmm.
within happy mood, there's like levels of like happiness on different songs. Like some of them are like hype happiness, some of them are like calming happiness. You know what I mean? Like
Oh yeah, I my playlists overlap a lot. Like I'll have one song that's in like five different playlists.
I've literally like created a playlist before, and then I'm like wait, I kind of created this playlist before. Like I'll start with I'll start adding songs to it, and I'm like wait, this is almost the same as this other playlist, and then I'm like damn it, this is confusing. I don't know. My playlists are a mess. I have trouble organizing all of it.
So your brain is a scrambled mess.
Yeah, it's just my playlists are a reflection of my brain.
I was gonna say my playlists are a reflection of my brain, all depressing.
Oh jeez. Yeah. No, I don't know. I guess on the topic of playlists, How many? How wide is your range of music that you listen to?
Think it's the range is pretty wide. Um, I've often said this, like the only genre that I don't really listen based on genre, but I would say the only genre I really don't quite listen to is country.
I hear that a
And
lot.
yeah, I say that often because like
Well, not just
I
from you, from
really
like different people, but yeah. Go ahead.
oh, okay. But yeah, I feel like I listen to a lot of music.
Hmm.
Yeah, the only things is for the most part I don't like country or um really heavy EDM-ish kind of stuff. I don't mind songs that have EDM influence, but for
Yeah.
some reason when a song is mostly EDM, then I'm just like, nah, I don't really like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, otherwise I listen to a lot of stuff. I listen to like
What?
rock
Yeah.
as a genre,
I was gonna
and
say.
then
Yeah.
what? Yeah, I
No. No, go ahead.
was gonna say like rock as a genre, as a very large umbrella genre. I listen to like everything within rock.
Right.
That's like pretty much anything that has electric guitar, drums, bass. I will pretty much listen to anything that has those instruments, which includes stuff like rock, and then there's like punk rock, there's metal, there's like I don't know, new metal, alternative, or whatever the fuck they're called, death metal. I don't really know. I don't know genres very well. I don't understand how people categorize them.
Yeah.
I just hear a song and I'm like, I like this.
Yeah.
So just like
Yeah.
that, yeah.
I was gonna ask you if you were to just list off some some like general genres, like top
Oh yeah,
genres you listen to.
yeah. Like rock is a lot, or like I've said, anything that how like sometimes I don't mind stuff that has EDM influence.
Hmm.
Also, a lot of music that has rock influence, I will usually like pop rock, I guess,
Yeah.
right? Like anime openings.
Yeah. Right.
um,
Yeah.
what else was to do? Hip hop, R&B,
Hmm.
pop, I guess,
Hmm.
classical.
Ooh. Ooh.
Just yeah, just
Bringing in
like
the
anything
classical.
instrumental.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I've realized? I think about this a lot because I love music and I listen to music a lot. I think I tend to like music that uses instruments that I can define. I think it's like the big thing. That's why I don't really like EDM influence, or I don't like a whole lot of EDM-ish kind of stuff
Mm.
because I just like I don't know what I'm hearing.
Like too many synth sounds.
Yeah. And what's fun,
What?
and then country itself is just I don't know, it's its own thing that it's just not my thing. Obviously, there's instruments there that can be defined, but I for some reason I don't like country so much.
Now, when you say classical, are we talking about like actual like the classical era, or are you talking about instrumentals
All
in
of the
general?
above.
Okay.
Baroque, classical, romance,
Yeah.
um 19th century, wait, 19th century, 20th century, all that stuff.
Mm.
Yeah, current instrumental music, I guess. Modern,
Contemporary.
yeah, contemporary, like movie scores,
Mm.
video game soundtracks.
Oh yeah, soundtracks are amazing.
Yeah, pretty much all that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a pretty hefty list of music.
Yeah. What about you?
Yeah. As you were listing your genres or whatever, I was kind of trying to think what I like. So I know I like R&B. I like pop, uh, ballads. Can't go wrong with rock. Hip hop. Although I like older hip hop. I'm sorry, but mumble rap I just cannot get into.
I do like specific. Yeah, I don't. I guess. Well, I guess that's with any genre. This is why it's hard for me to say I like certain genres because it's just
It,
it doesn't quite define what I really like, I think.
yeah, I mean, well, I guess let me just finish what I
Hmm.
so um Instrumentals and soundtracks, like you said, I like all that as well. Classical, Baroque, and whatever. Um, I don't know. I don't think I hate country.
No, you say that like, wow.
Well, I say that because I don't listen to it. Like, I don't seek it out. But I've heard it here and there, and it's not that bad. And here's the thing: is like, we're talking about genres, but there's also cross genres, right? So I feel like I've heard like kind of like country pop in a sense, and that feels okay to me. I think what turns a lot of people off from country is the country twang.
Yeah, I think as I was gonna say, there are some songs I like that I'm pretty sure are classified as country.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, for me it's the twang, the singing style, the twang style that I don't really like. It kind of turns me off.
Yeah, but I don't think it drives me. Sorry, I don't think it's as I don't know, disrupting to me as other people. For some reason, a lot of people are not very receptive to country music. That at least that I know. So I find that very interesting because I'm not so against country music. I'm okay with it.
Part of it is also what people think of or what people associate with the genre. Like for me, when I think of country, the first thing I think of is like the twang kind of music.
See, when I think of country, I think of more of like I know the twang is there with varying degrees, but I kind of think of it as more like a folksy style. Mm-hmm. So if you talk about folk songs, I like folk songs.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's not that bad. EDM, I'm kind of like you. I like all the synth sounds, EDM sounds. I kind of like, but not an excessive amount of it.
Dubstep.
Yeah, I used to make a joke about like EDM dubstep sounding like my speakers were having diarrhea. Like it just sounds like things are breaking. But in moderation, right? I think it's nice.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard with all the genres I say I don't like. There's plenty of songs within it that I've heard that I'm like, oh, this is not bad.
Yeah. Oh, another genre I really like specifically is tropical house.
What the fuck is tropical house?
So think house music, but then
Wait, is house music a genre on its own?
I always thought of it as that. So I used to just describe house music as like what I would hear in a club.
I guess because if I think about it, I don't know what house would go under anyways.
Not that I went to a lot of clubs, but here's the thing. I don't know if I haven't been to a club in forever, so I don't even know if that's still what they play in clubs. I don't know. Like like I'm just thinking of it as like when I went to clubs in college, that was the type of music you would hear. Or if you're watching like I don't know, in movies or whatever, when they go to the club, that's the type of music you hear is like the house music. Usually I feel like house music is a lot of like constant driving beats, fast beats, usually a build up to a beat drop, right? And then the whole room goes crazy kind of thing. I know there's musicians that hate beat drops though. So that I know that's a very heated topic amongst some musicians, is like the usage of beat drops. But yeah, for me, tropical house I always liked because going back to what you were talking about moods and music, tropical house always gave me this mood of like I'm on vacation and I'm like chilling by like a pool and there's like a DJ playing music.
Interesting.
It usually gets me hype. It's like a mix of hype and chill at the same time. That's why I really like tropical house.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's often the two moods that I'm looking for is to be hype but also chill, if that makes any sense.
I see.
Um, but yeah, usually I feel like tropical house has a lot of what's the sound I'm trying to describe? The like steel drums or like synthesized steel drums.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of like popping sounds, bubbly sounds.
You
Um,
say popping bubbly song. That sounds I'm just like a bubble wrap. Pop, pop, pop.
you know what I'm talking about? Like in those like uh, I don't even know what it is. This is like it's like those like kind of bubbly poppy sounds.
Yeah,
Um,
I guess. I don't know. Just show me examples
I'll
later,
show
I
you an
guess.
example later. People who are listening, I'm sorry, they're probably just like, "What the hell are you talking about?" Just go Google tropical house and listen to a few songs. um,
Yeah.
so yeah, a lot of genres. I like I really dig into more than others. Um,
Hmm.
but I wanted to touch on something that you mentioned a couple of times, which is that it just because a song's in a genre, no matter how much I like the genre, it doesn't mean I'm gonna like the song. And just
Yeah.
because I don't particularly listen to a genre doesn't mean I won't like a song in that genre.
Hmm.
And that's something I always thought. I feel like most people are like this, but maybe not a lot of people talk about this. Is that like I feel like I gravitate towards the melody and the composition of the song. So
Hmm.
the genre is sort of the way it's packaged and presented to me. But
Hmm.
at its core, like the melody, the notes you chose, and the sequence of notes you've chosen is like that's what really I don't know. Uh, that's what vibes with me, you know?
Yeah, I feel it. I've thought about how to best define the type of music I like because I don't think genre really defines it well. And I realized that yeah, a lot of the songs that I like tends to be, I would say, like lyrical type songs or melodic, whatever. Basically
Mm,
something that I can sing along to.
yeah,
So even like in hip hop, if a song is mostly rap, but the style of the rap, the flow or the chorus or whatever, if it's melodic, then I'll end up liking it a lot.
yeah. Which is probably why the like being able to sing along and hum along kind of thing is probably part of the reason why I don't like mumble rap.
Yeah, that's yeah. So I mean, that's why you wouldn't really like. There's certain hip hop songs, right, or like mumble rap, which is like you
Now,
can't really hum along or sing along to this, or like EDM kind of stuff. There's some of it gets to a point where it's like I
yeah,
there's nothing I can really latch onto.
yeah. And when I say I don't like it, I don't. I'm not gonna condemn the entire genre. There's a few. There's a couple like mumble rap songs where I'm like, okay, this is not bad. But I feel like every time listen to mumble rap though, I'm in my head. I'm always like, if only it wasn't mumble, like the rap wasn't mumble rap. You know what I mean? Like I'm like the beat is great. The rhythm of the rap is great, and I'm like, I just wish it was more like in a more classic style of rap and not like mumble rap.
Like when you hear songs with certain instrumentals or a certain rendition of a song, and then you hear another like arrangement of it, like same structure, but you change out the arrangement a little bit, and all of a sudden it's like way better.
Yeah, yeah, and I mean it's all preference, right? I mean I should preface all of this with like these are our personal preferences on music. Like,
It's all subjective.
yeah, it's subjective. You're perfectly valid in liking or disliking whatever music, you know. It's all personal preference. So,
Yep.
um, but yeah, I've never been one to follow a particular artist a lot either.
Um.
Um, like,
Yeah, I don't think you follow artists as much as I do. I will follow like music artists.
Yeah, like this kind of connects to another thing about me is like I've never felt compelled to go to an artist's concert.
Mm.
And that's because I don't follow artists, cuz like I feel like I'll listen to songs even if I like several songs by an artist. I'm just like I I enjoy a few of your songs, and I don't see the incentive for me to go to your concert because I have to sit through songs that you have that maybe I don't like. So I'm like, I'd rather just listen to what I like at home instead of going to a concert and hearing half of the stuff that I like, half the stuff I'm like, meh.
Yeah, that makes
um,
sense.
but
Also, you don't like crowds.
yeah, I also don't like crowds, so there's that. Um, and I'm thinking about this purely from a music standpoint, right? So like I understand people are fans of artists, and that's a whole experience by itself, right? Being at a concert when you're a fan of the artist. So I get it. I never personally, I never kind of reached that level of fandom, I guess, when it comes to music artists.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I don't know. I sometimes people are like, when I tell them I've never been to a concert, they're like, "That's crazy," and I'm like, I don't know. I just don't see the value in it.
Be
Like,
that crazy. I've been to a concert once. There's a lot of people. I went to a very, very small one. I can't imagine a giant one that's got a million people. And like, it's fucking hard to hear unless the music is cranked up super loud. And when
yeah.
it's that loud, it's kind of deafening.
Oh yeah, yeah. So we live in Chicago. I think we mentioned that before. There's a like all those big like uh are they concerts? I forget what they're called. Music festivals. That's what I'm thinking
Oh,
about.
music festivals. Yeah, I
Um,
don't. I'm
like
not gonna go to that unless I like every artist or every song that's gonna be
right,
playing.
like I realize it's like a whole giant party, and some people like that. I mean, I talked about this before. I don't like crowds. We just talked about
I
it.
don't like people.
We don't like people.
Turn off this podcast. No,
we,
dare
um,
you?
how dare you? How dare you people exist? Um, no, I just don't like. I get very uncomfortable in giant crowds. So, and then on top of that, it's like I don't even. Well, I like what maybe like 5 songs out of the like 60 songs that are being played at this music festival. It's just it's like what is the point of this? So there's music festivals that go on in Chicago, and one of them is it's called Lollapalooza.
Oh yeah,
Um, and yeah, it's insanely loud. Like if
I've never
you're
been to one. Like I am kind of curious.
I
I would go purely for curiosity, just one time.
yeah, I've been in buildings.
You've been in the vicinity.
I've been in the vicinity of Lollapalooza while it's happening, and it's very loud. Like I'm in the building, several stories up, and I can still hear. It's just like boom, 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 like constantly. um, and it's crazy. If you go into one of the tall buildings, where you get a view of the festival happening, man, you look down and it's like, man, it's like looking at a bunch of ants. Like there's so many people, like packed tightly together, and I'm just like staring at it. I'm just like, oh my gosh, I I I feel anxious for those people.
Secondhand anxiety.
Yeah. But you know, clearly they draw large crowds. There's a lot of people interested in it. You know,
Yeah, sure. I totally. Yeah, I think we understand the appeal. It's just
yeah,
not our thing.
it's just not our thing. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, concerts, I don't really go to them. Um, I do, however, there's like a few artists where I'm like, I would love to hear them sing live, just because they're such good singers.
Aw.
Okay, so technical difficulties. But Lunmie and I are now
We're not recording in
We're-
the same place.
we're-
Wow.
now recording off of one mic. So
Yeah, I hope this sounds okay.
yeah. So anyways,
Music.
music. We were talking about. I don't really go to concerts. You barely go to concerts.
I went to a concert one time. It was a good experience. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. But it's a cool concert technically that we went to was Distant Worlds.
Oh, true. I forgot. Yeah, for some reason I think when I go to I've been to classical concerts, but for some reason it's different.
Yeah.
Well, obviously it's different.
Yeah. We've been to classical concerts.
Yeah.
I've been to quite a few. Like orchestras and stuff is what I mean.
Yeah.
Symphonies and orchestras. Those are cool. I like those. And you're seated and it's nice and comfy.
Well, yes.
And then yeah. So yeah, I mean to each their own, right?
Yeah.
I
You mentioned you would like to see certain artists live, and I think that's an important thing about concerts. Is part of it is a big part of it is the music, obviously, but then there's a performance part to it that can be appealing depending on the artist, depending on what you're interested in.
yeah. Yes, seeing things live, like seeing an orchestra perform live, seeing a really great singer sing live, those are really interesting experiences, right? That go beyond listening to the track, in your headphones or whatever.
Yeah.
So, different appeals, depends on what you're looking for. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like we've kind of both grown up with music a lot. That sounds weird. Everyone grows up with music. Well, most people do. But in terms of instrumental music.
Being involved in music.
Yeah.
Yeah, both of us.
Yeah.
You go first.
We've learned things.
We do the
music. We do the music. That should be. You should compose. We do the music as the title. Why do I feel like when we're in the same room,
it's even more chaotic?
It's even more chaotic.
This is how we should record podcasts from now on.
Maybe we should. Yeah, we should record podcasts this way. Yeah, we do the music. I learned piano when I was young. I think you did a little bit too, right?
Yeah.
So we both learned piano. Our schools had music programs, so we started learning instruments in elementary school. Outside, piano was at home, and then we started learning other stuff. You learned.
Okay? Are we going through?
I learned.
We're going through our list of instruments that we learned.
Should I go first?
I don't know. Yeah, just
Okay,
give
I'll
a
go
brief
first.
background of your music.
So I started my music. So piano at home from a young age. And then I learned percussion, but really it was just snare drum when you start off in elementary school. I learned that. Actually, did I do that first?
I was gonna say, did you just skip over clarinet completely?
No, I did, but I learned clarinet after.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I think
See,
I
you
tried.
played it for such a short amount of time. I have no freaking recollection of what's first.
I know what I'm trying to remember is I think I attempted cello for 2 weeks before I went to I want to hit something, so then I went to drums and percussion.
Jeez, the progression there.
Yeah, so my official instrument, I think it was 5th grade when we started, was snare drum or percussion. Mm-hmm. I did that 5th and 6th grade, and then junior high, for some reason, I switched to clarinet.
Oh, okay. I forgot. I don't remember the timeline of all this.
I played clarinet for 1.5 years. something like that in junior high, and then I switched back to drums. I was like, screw this, I'm going back to drums. And then I think junior high is when we started. Drums meant more than just snare drum. Like you actually played other percussion instruments.
Proper percussion.
Proper percussion instruments. I started learning how to play drum set and stuff like that. And then high school, I was full on percussionist in band. So that meant I learned mallet instruments, auxiliary percussion, all kinds of drums that you can think of. So that was my main thing in high school, and then I think that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say we're pretty fortunate. Hezru and I went to school with really solid music programs, especially high school. Because there's like, when you were there's 4 levels of band. When I was at high school, there's 3 levels of orchestra.
Yeah.
So
it was
that's pretty nice.
Yeah, it was our high school had a pretty good music program. It was, I don't know, not to toot our own horn, but we were pretty good.
I mean, yeah, I would say we were.
We were pretty good. We had some
We had
people,
like some achievements and some people that went on to whole music careers.
We had a pretty good. Our school had a pretty good program, and there were some very talented musicians in our program.
But yeah, for me, I played piano, not nearly as much as you did. I just learned. I mean, that's where I learned like really basic music kind of stuff. Cello is my main thing, but I'm trying to remember the progression. Yeah, 5th grade is when the music program really kind of started. So that's when I played cello. I believe I also was trying to play flute at the same time. So I was doing band and orchestra in like 5th and 6th grade or something, but I dropped flute pretty early on. Partly because it was just hard to do multiple things at once.
I almost forgot you played flute.
Yeah. I mean...
like how you forgot I played clarinet.
Yeah. Woodwind just does not work for us, apparently.
Yeah. No woodwinds in this household.
Terrible air control, anyway. But yeah, I definitely stuck with cello through 5th, 6th grade, through junior high, and then through high school. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't branch out like percussion does. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, I played, So much of my hands-on experience is cello. I still love it a lot. I still try to play it from time to time.
Yeah.
When I can, when I find the time.
That's one thing I'm jealous of other instruments is like being able to just practice it at home. Like that sounds really weird, but like I have to explain. As a percussionist, we play so many different things. Like unless you are rich,
yeah,
there's no way you have all those percussion instruments at your disposal.
Yeah.
Like just to list some of the things that I really enjoyed playing when I was in band, right? I enjoyed playing marimba. I enjoyed playing timpani. I enjoy playing drum set, just along with any type of music. And drum sets you can own. There's digital drum sets, whatever. Like any of these you could technically own.
Yeah.
But to own all of these, first, like you need the money to buy all these, and then you need the space for all these. Like timpani and marimba, like those are huge instruments.
It takes up like a dining room.
Yeah. Like there's no way, and if you like live in an apartment or a condo or something, there's no way you fit any of this in there.
Also noise.
Yeah, also you would drive your neighbors insane if you played percussion in like a condo or apartment.
We should do it like itinerary later, like just list out all the percussion instruments and see how much they all actually cost. Like,
dude, I mean, it's insane. Like, just thinking about like whenever we had concerts, one of the things we had to do as a percussionist is beforehand we have to move
everything, set up everything.
Yeah, we got to move all the instruments over to the auditorium and set up everything on stage, and that is a whole that's a whole like I don't know what's the word I'm looking for.
I don't know. Whole ordeal.
Yeah, like. It's multiple people moving multiple things, a lot of heavy lifting.
Heavy lifting of very expensive things.
Yeah, extremely expensive things. It's crazy. And when I was doing it at the time in high school, I was kind of like, this is kind of tedious and whatever. But like now I miss it. Like
Yeah.
I miss playing in music in a group.
Yeah, playing in ensembles is a great experience.
Yeah. And I wish I appreciated having all those percussion instruments at my disposal at the time. Because now I'm just like, where do I go to play timpani now? Like other than I could put a bunch of pillows on the ground and pretend like I'm playing timpani and imagine the sounds in my head.
Yeah, I don't know how you would. Yeah.
And for people who don't know, marimba is probably the largest mallet instrument out of all the mallet instruments. So for me to go get a marimba now is not only expensive but also takes up an insane amount of space. For some reason, I just liked the very large ones.
Just like smacking things.
I just so yeah, I missed that. I don't know. Maybe I should go find like a community band or something, orchestra.
I wonder if you could. I think that's a thing.
I don't know.
Just
Do you
like-
think they have auditions?
I don't know. Probably really like low, like entry level.
I haven't done an audition in so long.
music audition.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I haven't done one since like high school. Oh wait, you know what? I did I did orchestra for a semester in college.
Oh,
now that I
you
think
did?
about it. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
it was pretty nice.
Oh.
I did just for
So
fun.
did you audition for that?
That one, I think that one was auditioned, but it was like the lowest level. Like I didn't want to, put pressure on top of college classes, so I just went for like the lowest level one.
Dang. I gotta say, auditions were, they stressed me out.
Oh well, yeah, that they are pretty stressful.
Yeah. Were you,
Yeah, I had playing tests and auditions in high school,
yeah,
stuff like that.
playing tests. For people who don't know, playing tests is like part of your grade. If
Yeah.
you're taking band or orchestra as a class in school, playing tests is like it's like an exam basically.
You get one shot at it,
Yeah.
and if you fuck up, well, it sucks.
It's-
There's no erase.
It's like you literally sit there while one or two people judge you while you
Yeah.
play an instrument.
It's like really acute high stress for like 5 minutes.
Yeah. You know what's weird is like that stressed me out more than doing a solo during a performance.
Well, I mean, because if you're doing a performance, you're doing a performance, right?
Yeah.
Versus a playing test or auditions a little bit more.
Because there's a lot of because the playing test has a lot of technicalities in it.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So it's usually really hard.
Yeah.
And then like you're focusing on the technical aspect of things when you're playing the playing test versus like you said the performance you're trying to perform. So at the end of the day it's like as long as it sounds good to the audience.
Yeah, because even when you're doing a solo, it's part of a larger concert.
Yeah.
Whereas when you're doing a playtest, it's just you.
Yeah, I mean it's literally like it's let one or two people nitpick like every single thing you can do wrong.
Yep.
But yeah, playing tests, auditions. Well, were you in the top orchestra in
high school?
In
Yeah.
our high school? Oh, okay.
I think my last year is a high school. Yeah, I was in the top one.
Okay, that's the same for me. I was last senior year. I got to the top band.
Yeah, I mean, like it's cool. Like not just. I'm trying to say this without making it sound pretentious. Like, oh, we're like in the top.
Well, I mean,
band,
it was high school, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's not like this is our career or anything.
But it's cool because at the time there's just different music, just different repertoire at the higher level. Also at
Yeah.
the higher level is when you do the full orchestra, because normally it's just separated, just strings or like
Yeah.
band, and then at the top one is when we combine the two.
I always thought that was weird.
Why they didn't extend that to like the lower kind
Yeah.
of level? Yeah,
Because I
It's a really special experience. I think they should
Yeah.
try and like integrate that more.
because I wanted to do that from early on in high school.
Yeah.
But I didn't have the opportunity to do that until I got into the top band where you could do a full orchestra.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I enjoyed it. I love playing in full orchestra because, like, hearing strings as someone in band, hearing strings when you're performing is like, I don't know.
I mean, yeah, it's the same thing for when as a string player, and then all of a sudden hearing the horns and the winds and the percussion is really cool.
Yeah,
Like some of my most memorable moments is like when I get like essentially like the bass line along with like the percussion, and that feels really cool.
yeah. Man, I miss that so
Epic
much.
music.
I miss that stuff so much, man. I really should look into. I don't know. I just miss music.
Yeah.
I feel like music was such a big part of our lives growing up for us personally. Mm-hmm. And you know, as an adult now, unless I find the time myself to go explore music or play music or whatever, it's not really there, right? I have to kind of like proactively go look for it.
Yes, and you also have potential music program software thingies to play with.
Oh, okay.
Look out for Hezru SoundCloud.
Okay. You're gonna call me out right now.
I don't know. I just
Yes, I would like to try that because all my, you know,
I'm leaking the information firsthand.
yeah. We're okay, so I would say we're like traditionally trained musicians, meaning we learn the instruments and all that.
Yeah, we read notes
And we read sheet music.
write out the staff lines and everything.
We learn to sight read sheet music, all that stuff. However, I am very curious about like the digital side of music, the modern contemporary side of music, which uses a lot of digital tools. And so what Lunmie is talking about is I have purchased software that I want to try to use, working on it. But it's like, it's different, right? It's music, but it's also very different at the same time.
Yes.
Like if you
No
told
music.
like if you told me right now, like here's a bunch of staffs, like write some music, I could do it.
Yeah.
You open up one of these softwares right now and you tell me to write some music, I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't even know how to make a sound. Like, I almost wish there was a program where I could write sheet music and it would just like magically go into the digital space. Maybe that exists. I don't know. If it exists, somebody did let me know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like music, at least for me, I've always enjoyed music, and I want to continue to play with music. I don't know if you feel that way.
Yeah, same. Music is still very much a big part of my life, I think. I may not be actively playing in ensembles, but it's still a big part. Like I don't play cello as often now, but from time to time I do. And also just listening to music really helps with like my mood and stuff, or like is a good source of like inspiration for when I'm trying to do like other things also.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe we should both, I don't know, try to commit to more.
You're gonna say we should try to do without music.
Dude, we should, yeah. We should do the music. Does anyone else want to do the music out there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Music is great. I love music. All aspects of it. Creating it, listening to it, enjoying it. I think music is a great thing.
It's a great way of connecting with people too.
Yeah. It transcends cultures and languages also, which I think is amazing.
Yeah, there's so many different languages.
Yeah.
I don't understand any of it, but you know what? It sounds nice.
I listen to K-pop all the time. I don't understand Korean.
Yeah,
So.
listen to K-pop, listen to J-rock.
So yeah. So yeah, music's cool, and I don't know. I'm curious to know what people, if there's anyone's listening, what was their their experience with music?
Yeah.
Do you do the music as well? What kind of music do you do?
Such awkward wording.
Yeah, like what instruments do you play? Or if you don't play an instrument, is there something you want to learn to play, or you wish you knew?
Yeah. There's so many topics out there. Music is so broad, but here are a few things that we talked about, I guess.
Yeah. Like a lot of topics that we talk about, I feel like it's really broad, and then I'm
Yeah.
like, I feel
And
like,
then afterwards, we're like, wait, there's so many things that we also forgot about.
we're like, wait, we might need to do a part 2. So I don't know. Let us know if you want to hear more about music, or any specific topics surrounding music. And yeah, I think it's a good summary of our thoughts and experiences with music overall.
Yes.
Yeah. So thanks for listening. If you like music,
I should hope most people like music.
give us a like and subscribe.
Oh my god, you might as well say if you are human.
If you are you, yeah, I don't know. If you do the music, give us a like and subscribe.
hit the like button like it's a drum set.
Yeah, ring that bell. And we'll catch you in the next episode. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye bye.